Yo, is how I turned my 124, 125, 127, 124, 500 MCAT into a 129, 127, 130, 131, 517 MCAT. They were about a year apart. For this one, I really only studied about 4 months. This one I didn't study at all. So that's why I was like, you know what I'm saying, it's bad. Feel me? So it's really like a 3 to 6 month study plan, just depending on how you want to space things out, how you want to scale things out. You want to make sure you get the fee assistance program, see if you qualify. I'm making this right now in May 2024, but they still got the 23 guidelines up on the website. Family size of 540K income. I feel like that's actually a pretty generous threshold. You might think, oh, I'm not going to qualify. I mean, see if you do. This threshold is actually more generous than I expected. You know what I'm saying? So it'll save you a lot of money. It'll save you like 500 on MCAT prep, at least 2K on the actual application cycle. And if you take an MCAT apply in different years, you can actually reapply and you'll still be like eligible for everything. So straight. This is a page with the benefits, link in the description. Main thing I want to point out is the benefits are not retroactive. So get the most of it. Make sure you try and get it before you even register for the MCAT, before you start studying. Cuts the MCAT registration fee in like less than half. So it's like real dope. So we got 3 main groups of study material. We got UWorld, AAMC official prep material, and supplementary materials. UWorld, this is your gold standard material. This is the most expensive thing you're gonna actually want to pay for that I would recommend. So I mean, here's a price. What I would recommend is getting the 420 and like split it with a friend, because then y'all can do like 6 months, and you're really paying 210 each. This is what it looks like. It's real detailed. The benefits of this is the explanations are like real dope, super detailed, and really it's harder than the MCAT, which is good because it's like if you can do good on UWorld, then you could definitely do good on the MCAT. It's 100% worth it. 100% worth paying. You know what I'm saying? The price. The notebook feature I didn't use, but the digital flashcards are actually real. Once you try and like mess with them and see how they work, real easy to use. You can copy and paste this stuff, so it's real easy. You can get the mobile app if you want, you feel me? So the flashcards you make while you study and use your flashcards wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? If you in line or like, you feel me, you outside. They're actually always adding more questions, but it comes with, you feel me, 30, 40 plus questions. The way I did it, the way I recommend doing it is just doing a 59 a day, because you know the MCAT sections, they got 59 questions a section, so you could just kind of simulate that. Yeah, if you do 59 a day, 59 questions a day, it'll take you about 2 months. 59 every other day, take about 4 months. However you want to do it, just depending on your timeline, how you want to plan things out. AAMC official prep content unscored sample exam. This is the one you do at the beginning of your prep before you actually start studying, prepping anything. This one you just do to see where you're at. And then these ones are called, FL 1 through 4. And this one that says scored, free practice exam scored. This is the most recent one that came out. And this one is referred to as FL 5. In terms of how representative they are of the actual MCAT, you feel me? It goes from this unscored 1 through 4, then 5, from least representative to most representative. And then you got the practice products. If it says question pack, it's actually easier than the MCAT. Most of these say question pack. And then the main one you get down here is called section bank. If it says section bank, it's actually very representative, and I would actually say a little bit harder than the MCAT. So this is the main one you want, you feel me? So if you get fee assistance program, you get all this for free anyway. If you don't, and you're trying to save money, maybe I wouldn't recommend getting the question packs. Definitely get the section bank. This has all the subjects except for cars. So you might want to also get the cars diagnostic tool or these 2 cars question packs. UWorld and AAMC official prep content out the way. Those are your 2 main resources. Now we get into a bunch of free supplementary resources. For cars, your main resource for cars, I want to say it's going to be Jack Westin. You get free daily cars passages. So I would just do, feel me, 1 passage a day. It's like, feel me, spend 10 minutes. Also on Jack Westin is, you got Anki, right? You got all the flashcards. So you could either do Anki, you could download Anki, like the software, and download the decks and do it that way. For me, it's kind of easier doing it here on Jack Westin. You got all the main decks, the miles down deck, and then you click see more, you'll see the other popular ones. Real dope doing Anki on this website rather than doing it on the actual Anki software, because doing it on this website, you could actually, you feel me, I do it like everywhere. I did it at work, you feel me, I was MAing in the urgent care, and in between patients, you feel me, I had this pulled up, and I'd just be doing Anki in between patients. Couldn't really download the Anki software on the laptops. Pull up Jack Westin, do it at work. It's real nice, real efficient, you know what I'm saying? So YouTube videos, Khan Academy, MCAT playlist is pretty dope. It's got got everything on here. Just look around and mess with some other people. Crash course MCAT is pretty dope. You feel me? Just look around, see what works for you. But these are not really to be used as a staple. It's more like your UWorld and your AAMC official prep content are your staples. YouTube videos are just like supplementary for the specific topics that you're struggling with. So I wouldn't go through every single one of these videos, 700 videos in total, just the subjects that you're struggling with. So we covered all the resources we're going to use. Now we just got how we're going to apply them, and you're actually going to see a pattern here, which is what makes this study plan so simple. Chemistry, physics, you got Gen Chem, organic chem with a little bit of biochem, and you got physics. Gen Chem, UWorld, then the AAMC content, organic and biochem, UWorld, then the AAMC content, and physics. Unless you're physics inclined, I would actually recommend not even studying for physics. I did not study for physics. Out of the 230 questions on the MCAT, and I get like 6 to 8 physics questions. I just don't feel like it's worth it. As far as physics is concerned, all I did was study the physics questions that were on my practice exams based off of stuff that I saw. I made an equation cheat sheet based off stuff that I felt like was high yield. I'm gonna cover that later, and link's gonna be in the description too. So, you know what I'm saying? Physics, we just working smart, not working hard. We treating real efficient. You know what I'm saying? We're not messing with physics. Unless you're physics inclined. Cars, Jack Westin daily passages, and then the AAMC official content. Cars is the only subject I don't recommend doing UWorld for. Is not really consistent with AAMC logic, and that's the number one thing about doing well on cars. Just understanding AAMC logic. Cars is one of those subjects that it's like either you get it or you don't get it. It's a subject that you're gonna plateau the easiest at. In my cars, first time around 125, second time around 127. Meanwhile, all the other ones I went from 124 to 129, 127 to 130, and 124 to 131. Build your reading stamina and endurance and your comprehension. But with the Jack Westin, and then when you get around to doing the AAMC official content, you get a best idea of AAMC logic and what they're looking for. Biology and biochem, general biology, other biology like microgenetics, anatomy, physiology, all that stuff. And you got biochemistry with a little bit of organic. So again, same thing, just UWorld followed by AAMC content. Psychology and sociology, you just got psychology and sociology, that's all you got. Then UWorld followed by AAMC content. Big thing here is Khan Academy made this document, 2 versions of it. The original was a 300-page document, and then someone condensed it into a 86-page document. So you could go either or. Maybe in the beginning you start, you know what I'm saying, reading the 300-page one. As you get closer and closer to tests, you start reading the 86-page one. Super helpful, but of course this is secondary to UWorld and AAMC content. You put this on top of UWorld and AAMC content. UWorld and AAMC content, that's your foundations. This is how you're gonna put it all into a 3 to 6 month plan. So I'm mapping this out at a 6-month plan, but you can scale it up, scale it down, however you want to do it, depending on, you know what I'm saying, however long you want to study for. So very first thing you do, AAMC sample exam. Immediately after that, you could get started into UWorld. And UWorld, that's going to run you from, let's say if you're doing a 6-month study plan, you could do that from months 1 through 4. For the entire 6-month study plan, you're going to do your Jack Westin daily cars passages. You could do Anki if you feel like it, whenever you feel like it, as needed. Same thing with Khan Academy videos as needed. On Academy document, psychology, sociology document I mentioned earlier. I think it's best to start with the 300-page document kind of from the beginning, and you don't got to go too hard, too intense with it. And as you get closer, you can kind of narrow it down to that 86-page document as you get closer to test day. Once you kind of get, you know what I'm saying, around that 4-month, 5-month mark, you switch over from, and you finish UWorld, you switch over to the AAMC content. So you're going to do all the question packs, section banks, and practice exams 1 through 5, because you did the sample exam here every week or every 2 weeks, or like some of them you do every 2 weeks, and then as you get closer, you do it every week. Make sure you review it. All that leads you up to test day, where you just win. And that's why this study plan is so simple, because I mean, look at it on paper, it really is so simple. Test day, you really want to treat this like, you feel me, like a performance. When you take in your full-length exams, your practice exams, you want to mimic test day conditions for those exams, as far as the timing, breaks, as food, as, you know what I'm saying, resources. Don't use no outside resources that you couldn't use on test day. As far as food, you want to have a balance of macronutrients. I did scrambled eggs and rice cakes. That's like a good balance of everything. Whatever you want to do that gives you a good balance of everything. Experiment with sugar or no sugar. I think it's better to do no sugar. Supplements and medications, I recommend, you feel me, a B complex And I put creatine here because I had creatine just like lying around the house. So I just took it. People use it for like weightlifting, but it's really just free ATP at the end of the day. So whether it's for your brain or it's for your muscles or whatever, you feel me? ATP is ATP. So if you got creatine lying around, I would use it, but I wouldn't go out of your way to buy it. Things like eye drops, nasal spray, inhaler, these can apply to you. Use them every single break. In between sections, I actually did eye drops. Every single break in between sections, I actually did a little, you feel me, Flonase, fluticasone, and nasal spray. Nice to keep your airways clear, keep your breathing as good as possible for the whole exam. Careful with coffee or caffeine if you're going to use any kind of stimulants. Just make sure you do them on your practice exams too, so you can know how they're going to affect you. You feel me? If coffee might make you pee a lot, or caffeine pill might not make you pee as much. So just experiment with whatever you're gonna do. And this one's super important, cheat sheet. I'm gonna show my cheat sheet in a second, and I'm gonna put it in the description so you can download it if you wanna use it, reference it, to make your own. You're gonna have like 10 to 15 minutes of instruction time before you start the first section. During this time, they give you a booklet, and you're gonna write for memorization everything that you've been practicing on your cheat sheet. Write it on that booklet during this instruction time, so you have it to reference throughout the whole exam. This is actually huge. This is for physics equations, amino acid. This is my cheat sheet, so it's gonna look crazy right now, and it might even look crazy forever. Start to make sense to you as you start going through the material. So the first half of this first page is physics, second half of this page is chemistry, gen chem, organic chem, biochem. This is also bio and biochem, you know what I'm saying, amino acids, stuff like that, enzyme kinetics, glycolysis, and Krebs, pentose phosphate, electron transport chain, and psych and soc, and a little bit more biochem down here at the bottom. And the way to actually be able to write all this on exam day, writing it every day for like at least 2 weeks, maybe like 4 weeks leading up to exam day. So yeah, just write the whole thing, and it looks like a lot, like, you feel me, 5 pages, it seems like a lot, but muscle memory is a powerful thing. Of course, this is just all template. You edit it according to your liking, see what you feel is important, what's not important. Link in the description so you can, you feel me, do it as you please.